Welcome back to Blazers Inside Access. We're sitting down with head volleyball coach Justin D. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot for having me. Awesome start of my week every week.
I'm enjoying it as well. We just want to dive right in. Women's volleyball really off to a pretty good start. They picked up a couple of wins at the end of the Belhaven Millsaps Invitational, one over Philander Smith College and the other over Mississippi University for women. And then they jumped into ASC play this past week, took a couple of losses against some really quality teams, but a lot to me to build on, from the naked eye, the uneducated observer, a lot to build on. But first, we just want to dive in. We've got some clips we want to take a look at. If you'll just kind of run us through these clips and just talk us through what was going on.
Awesome. Well, yeah, these clips are basically, first couple are for Vivian Marquez. She's a freshman out of El Paso, Texas. Just really running the court really well. She hits a 3 there. She hits a 1. And she's moving the ball in different places too. The first ball she pulled back to the 1 position. Second ball hit right straight to the 6 position. This one she comes around and hits to the 5 position. Just really doing a great job of getting up, being presentable for her attack, for her setters, and then giving opportunities to the outside hitters as well. So this is the last one. She just rips that ball through with a single block. Really a head scratcher for their team. Here we have Evelyn Parker. Evelyn is a senior for us this year and just really has improved on the blocking end and just really enjoyed what Evelyn's done blocking the ball and just the way that she presents herself in the middle as well. And then the last couple we have here is our libero and all conference the last 2 years, Sidney McKeecher. And just anytime the ball comes to her, she does a great job of getting the ball back up to her setter, getting all around the court. Laterno did a great job this past week in keeping the ball away from her, which has allowed them to win. So we have to readdress that this week in practices. So, but Sidney has just been an unbelievable player year in and year out for us, and just really excited about who she is and what she brings to our team, and just how she just protects our court in the back row.
Yeah, I mean, you specifically mentioned 3 players in those clips, and those were players that stood out to me. First off, Vivian Marquez. The one thing that really stood out to me was how quickly she can get up and attack. She really gets in the air quickly. What does that kind of play into? Because you see some people, they want the high vertical, they want the high arc on the set. But she really seems to like it. As soon as it crosses over the net, she wants to place it somewhere. What is that? Is that a strategy, or is that just kind of her kind of niche?
Well, what we talk about in volleyball is what we're trying to run this year actually is a 0 tempo ball. So the 0 tempo ball just means that there's no top on the ball. There's not a zenith to it for math nerds like me. But Vivian's just a remarkable young lady, more than a volleyball player, and she's an outstanding volleyball player. But Vivian has just been great for us and moving around. She's very quick, moves great laterally, has been really working on her block and on her jump. She just had ACL surgery just about a year and a half ago and has just come back strong, and just really blessed to have her here at Belhaven, and just the things that she adds to our program offensively, blocking, defensively. And if it wasn't for me, she would have a clean sheet in serving too. She's an unbelievable defender and server as well. I think she had 8 aces and 0 errors coming into the Dallas game. I tried to give her a really, really hard serve to hit, and she missed her first serve. But Vivian has just been a blessing to us. And
then you also mentioned Evelyn Parker. She's obviously one of your leaders on the team. And one thing that really stood out beyond, she's played really well, especially she's racked up quite a few blocks. So she really seems to run that front line well. But the leadership, there's definitely a difference when she seems to step on the court. Everybody seems to relax a little bit when she's out there. They know that she's going to be taking care of that net presence.
Evelyn has waited for this moment, and God has prepared her for this. Evelyn has not been able to play very much in the last 3 years, and God has prepared her for this moment this year, and she's really stepped up, taken that moment as captain for our team, and also as the captain of the front line, I guess you could say, in terms of blocking. But Evelyn is just a special woman, a great leader, and just somebody that is just really an added value to us. She brings energy to the court. She brings that calmness as well, and she just kind of sets the tone when she comes on the court and leads by example. She is a nursing major, so we're going to be missing her on some of our road trips coming up. We're about gone for the next month, and Evelyn has those that nursing clinicals on Fridays, but she's going to try to catch as many games as she can coming over after her classes and things like that. But Evelyn has just been a great addition to our starting lineup this year, and has waited for this time, and God has prepared her.
That's awesome. And then the last player you mentioned, obviously one, if you're watching a match, she's going to stand out. First of all, she's a libero, so she's in a different color jersey. But she always seems to have good positioning, and that's Sidney McKeechin. She really seems to be in the right spot, and you made a good point. Letourneau really avoided her, on their attacks. But just, is that a preparation thing? Is that just a talent thing? She always seems to be in the right spot.
Well, I mean, I think it's a great thing to, if people are trying to avoid you, you got something going on. Mm-hmm. And Sidney has just been a blessing to us. And I just remember the recruiting process with her and going all the way back to there. But Sidney is just one of those young ladies that just, when she steps on the court, people fear her, and people notice her, and they say, watch out for number 7. Don't serve number 7. Keep it away from number 7, because they know if they serve her, if they attack it at her, the ball's going straight to the setter, and we're going to have all the options we want. So Sidney has just been, she's been a ball hog, which I love, absolutely love. Her tenacity, her energy, her want to in the game. She is a competitor. She hates to lose, and there's not a bad thing I can say about Sidney. She's just really a hard worker. She's a competitor. She brings that desire for us on the defensive end, on the offensive end, in the huddle during timeouts. She's just that player that keeps us focused on what we have to do, the job ahead, and it's just been a blessing to have her.
That's great. And then we just kind of recap the past week. Obviously, ASC play started. Not necessarily the results that we were wanting in terms of the final score. Fell to LeTourneau University 3-1 on Friday here at Rugg Arena, and then fell to UT Dallas on Saturday in 3 sets. But, and once again, I admit, naked eye, a little bit untrained eye when it comes to volleyball. But one thing that I noticed is against the UT Dallas team on Saturday that's receiving votes to be nationally ranked, I think there's a good chance that they'll be nationally ranked in the next, at least in the next few weeks. Obviously, the first set I think went rough. I think they kind of jumped on the Blazers early, but the second and third set, I really thought that we really performed well, closer sets in the score. But was there something to build on from those 2 sets? At least to me, there seemed like there would be.
For the UT Dallas, yeah. I mean, this year we've only been swept by 2 teams. That's the number 6 team in the nation and UT Dallas. After a 25-5 beatdown in the first set, any team would just kind of crumple and fall. And what I just went back to tell them is, it's just like we lost 27-25. Okay, let's go out there. Now, it's a 3 out of 5 match for a reason. And we went out there, we were on fire. It was, I think, 25-21 at the end of the game. And, to come out, and they didn't put in their subs. They had their starters back out there. And it was just a different team that said, you know what, that's what's behind us and we need to move forward. And that's what our focus is this year is, we can control this next point. Volleyball is such an unbelievable sport because each point is a mutually exclusive event. It's so much different. It's not like football. It's not like soccer. Things don't build on each other. And if you we're allowed to make 74 mistakes and still win, and so it's an opportunity for us. Every single play, every single set, every single match is an opportunity for us to move forward. The ball doesn't remember what it is. There is no shot clock. There is no time. There is no clock. We have an opportunity to win, even if we're down 24-0. And what I really love about this group is that they believe that. They want to push forward and they want to win. And every single point they believe that they're going to win, and we have hope. One of the verses that we looked at this week was Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. And I think that really worked its way this week. And I think that we dropped one against LeTourneau that I think we could have had, but their coach did a great job of moving the ball away from Sid. And Callie was ready to go. And she actually passed better than Sid on that day. But it's just one thing that we weren't ready for. And it falls on me as a coach. I have to prepare us a little bit better. But we're going to be ready for them next time around. And we're excited about this week traveling over to LC.
It was definitely great to see that mentality in those final 2 sets against UT Dallas, especially heading into, you're in the middle of conference play now, or you're in conference play now. It's a tough conference. But the volleyball team's next match is going to be this coming Friday. They're headed to Pineville, Louisiana, to take on Louisiana College, the Wildcats. Coach, if you just kind of want to walk us through what's kind of your game plan, or not, don't give us too many secrets, but just what's your message to the team as you're trying to get back on the right course and you're in the midst of ASC play?
Well, going to Louisiana College, they have a natatorium there, so they have their gym has a pool in it, and it's not air conditioned, so it's a little tough to play in. To go over there. So when we go over there, it's always a hard fought match. They've really vamped up their offense. They really vamped up their team. Last year, we were great position for them. We were ready for them. And then all of a sudden, they brought this junior college transfer that I didn't have any film on. Her first match was against us, and she was just amazing. So hopefully this year we can watch film, and the team that we scout is going to be on the court. And but we look forward to it. They had some great results up in Conway, Arkansas this past weekend. They played Huntington, a school that we played as well. Played them to 5 sets. So it's going to be a really big match for us. It's going to be a competitive match. And as Molly and our coaching staff puts together the game plan, if the girls can execute, I think we have an opportunity to win. So that's all we ask for, is just that opportunity to win. And again, we don't really look at the scoreboard as necessarily that we won. I think that if we perform up to our potential, that's a huge thing for us, because we can't control what's on the other side of the net. We can control what we do. And if we perform to that potential, I believe that we will be successful and the wins will come.
Yeah. Well, once again, we're joined by Coach Justin D., head coach of the volleyball team here at Belhaven University. Coach, thanks for joining us. Make sure that you're supporting the volleyball team whenever they're here at Rugg Arena, or if you're willing to make the trek to Pineville, Louisiana this Friday, where they take on Louisiana College in an ASC matchup. Coach, once again, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Go Blazers.